Hey, YouTube people. I have to tell you, the tomato seeds, they don't stop. I did an order from 3 different places from over in Europe. Yeah, all of these places are in Europe. And I finally got all the orders in. And so I thought I would do a seed haul video for you. First off, I did some trading. Got in some Dixie Golden Giant. And when people write on the bags and it's starting to wear off, I'll just throw a label on there so I know what it is. And then somebody sent in seeds for Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous Seed Bank, and I always pull out a few seeds for myself if I don't have them in my personal collection. And I do that because that way I won't worry about if I trade all of them off to different people. And then I can always grow these out and replenish for the seed bank. And so we got in some Stallone Bio. And we got Marching Angel, which translates into Fairy Tale Angel. We got in Bananas Noir. Rebel Starfighter Blaine's Moonlight. And Dwarf Copperhead. Now, the Bananas Noir, I did seed some of those out this year. I'm probably going to wind up putting them all into my seed sale, or my plant sale, and go with that. I don't know. I might grow one out. I don't know. I've heard both good and bad things about that variety. Maybe I will grow one out. Yeah, I think I will, just to see if I like it. And then, before I get to that one, this person, I did a trade for Polish Ozark Sunrise, which I found out that I had, but that is okay. Actually, this one here, what I'll probably do is go ahead and put that into the seed vault for people. Jeff Davis. And then she was so sweet. And she's like, I don't know if you've heard of these. I got them from Small House Farm. And they're really, she was just really sweet about it. And that's Bleu de Provence. And it's like, yeah, I did. I actually did hear about those. I ordered those. They came from Beth & Co. and Small House Farms. And I've got starts out there in the greenhouse right now. And then I got in Sophie's Fiery Comet and Mila's Heart. Those were trades. So, from France, I believe that's where this is from, I want to say, we have got 4 varieties that I wanted to order. And there is a minimum order when you order from Vertiloom, and that is vertiloom.com. I believe he says it's €5. So, which means his stuff is priced at €2. So, you're going to order 3 packs. So, any way you look at it, you're going to order 3 packs. Pardon me. I am having troubles wheezing this morning. Give me 1 second. So, I had 2 in mind from his site that I really wanted to get. And I didn't really need a third. So, but anyway, he's got his set up into different categories. And one of his categories was Bill Jeffers. And I am a fan of Bill Jeffers just about as much as I'm a fan of Tom Wagner. And if you don't know who they are tomato breeders, and Bill Jeffers is a friend of mine on Facebook, and he is in my group, Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous. And I have nothing but mad respect for this guy, because he's blunt and to the point like I am, and he'll just tell you like it is, and I just love that. Anyhow, one of his is called Dark Shekel, and I don't have that one, so I do now. And then, going through, I found this one, Kenai Mondo Green, and I wanted to get that because we had a dog. His name was Papa, but his name was supposed to be Kenai, and he would never come to it. He'd only come to Pup or Papa. So I wanted the Kenai Mondo Green. And this is really the one that I wanted, is this Sibirsky Malachite however you say that. It translates into Siberian malachite, which I am fairly certain that that is a what do you call that? That one of the parent plants to that would be malachite box, and I'm very curious to what that will be like. And then he sent me a freebie. Love freebies. I don't have this one, and it's called Bubblegum Dwarf. So I thought that was really cool. And I do have to say that when I order from Vertiloom, oh, it's cold out today. When I order from Vertiloom, I mean, seriously, I ordered, I believe, on the 4th of April, and I have had these seeds for a week. Crazy fast. He sends them crazy fast. I'm telling you what. Next up, these seeds are coming from Alexey Kulik in Ukraine. His seeds don't come as quickly as Vertiloom, and I mean, no wonder. He's in a war-torn country, and I try to support him all that I can. His stuff is so reasonably priced. It's crazy. He charges €1 per pack, and you get that number of seeds for €1. And so I ordered Williams striped because our friend Ralph Williams that passed away 11 years ago found the Two Hawks. I had heard talk about that one, and I wanted to give it a whirl, so I ran across it on his website, and so I went ahead and got it. And then turkey, because, well, I have a turkey. No, I'm not talking about my husband either. I have a for real turkey out there in the bird coop. Hunk Papa, which is a Bill Jeffers variety, and Mountain Flare. And I can't remember why I wanted that one. It was probably because it was pretty. And I like pretty tomatoes. And also probably the name, I'm going to guess. And I can't remember if Gogosha was a potato leaf or not. This is my iffy. I just don't remember. I'd have to go back on and scroll through and find this one, and it's a lot of work and I'm lazy, so I don't remember if Gogosha is a potato leaf. But what I did is I went through and I found a whole mess of potato leaf varieties, just for the simple fact of, and not this year, but next year, I want to try my hand at breeding a tomato. I think it would be great fun. And, you know, YOLO, you only live once. Why not breed a tomato and have it named after you? Or whatever you want to name it. But, yeah. Anna's Kentucky, that is a potato leaf. This one is, yeah, it's bad. So, Tennessee Heirloom. Rawlings, that is a potato leaf. That is an Appalachian variety. Jim Wyatt also carries that one. Now, I got Rawlins without the G. Jim Wyatt carries both of those. So I bought Rawlins from Jim Wyatt, and I bought Rawlings from Alexey. And then this is Nuits Australs. I can't pronounce that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And however you do. It's a potato leaf. Grubbs Green, or Mystery Green, that is a potato leaf. Grandfather Ashlock, whoops. Grandfather Ashlock. This Boy TM is a potato leaf. I am having all kinds of problems today. It's got to be tree pollen. African Queen, that is a potato leaf. And this Putsta oh my. And then, of course, the seeds got to get stuck there so you can't read it. Pusta, okay. Pusta, K-O... K-O-L-O-S-Z. I'm not even going to attempt that. But those are my potato leaves that I got from Alexey. And then he sent a couple of gifts. One, now, because they come like this, and I don't know what that says. So, this one was the same. And so, I'm Googling like a fiend. I've got 2 tabs open. I've got a Ukrainian to English translator open, and then I've got another tab open up to the Ukrainian alphabet, and I'm copying and pasting each letter. And the closest I could come up with this is it said it was not Ukrainian, it was Russian, and it was something about circus. Same thing with this one. Now, it says huge scaly head. So you'll see, like, they have different characters than what we have in the English language, of course. So I'm Googling or copy and pasting, letter by letter by letter. Halfway through the second word up here, it comes back as the translation says it's a huge pile of dung, and I lost it. I was cracking up so hard. And so Bob, my husband, comes over. He's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Look at this." And he starts laughing. So I finished it out, and it came out as huge scaly head. I kind of like huge pile of dung. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was hilarious. And then I did an order from... her name is Sabine, and I'm going to apologize if I butcher her last name, but Bines. Bienes. This is her website. You can pause it and write it down real quick. And she is a friend of mine on Facebook, also a member of Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous. And she's had a sale going on, so I ordered quite a few from her. And first and foremost, I got some elf tears. Look at those. Those are so cool. And they are a little bit older seeds, but I mean, she's selling them for €1. Plus, I think it was 20 or 30% off of that. So, like, holy cow, yes, I will buy those. I'll give them a whirl. You just, instead of planting, 2 seeds per cell, I'll plant it 3 or 4. Esk Crystal. Kind of an interesting looking one. Marie Amazolete's Giant. It's a pretty big tomato. I'm going to put these over here. Let's see here. Pardon me. Himmelstrumer is a Tom Wagner variety, I do believe. Pink Scrofa, and that's a Tom Wagner variety. Himmelstrumer, maybe not a Tom Wagner. I don't rightly remember on that one. And then I got some zebras, some different zebras. And I've grown hippie zebra before, but it didn't look like that. So I went ahead and I got these seeds. Then I got a stripy zebra. And then we got green zebra Arizona Hawaiian. Now last year I planted out, was it last year? Yeah. The green zebra Hawaii, but this one is a green zebra Arizona Hawaiian. So a different strain perhaps, and I'm going to give it a whirl. And then a free gift of Nona Antonina. And that again is Bines seeds from Germany. And that concludes my seed haul, my recent seed hauls. I guess this will be all one. And a whole bunch of new additions to my tomato seed bank. Also, new additions to the Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous seed vault. And yes, those are available to... Basically how we work that is, depending on the variety and how many seeds I have, you can either trade me 5 or 10 seeds. And then it's always good to donate to the vault. If you have some seeds from last year or whatever that didn't get planted out and you have a whole bunch of them, we will be more than happy to accept those, to pass them out to other people, because life is too short to be growing boring tomatoes. So from Kelpie Capers Farm, and Fred, who has decided he has found his voice now, my peacock, and he sounds like a demented demon cat leading the hordes from Valhalla. We wish you well. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and leave me a comment. What's your favorite tomato? Which one out of those that I just showed you would you be interested in growing? Later.